Afternoon, I'm Fraser Smith with City of Ottawa. I'm a senior engineer with Infrastructure Services.
So Fraser, we're here in Sandy Hill. There's a lot of residential streets that are being redone. Big project that extends well over a year. So which streets are we? Which streets does it encompass?
It includes Russell, Mann, Range, and Templeton, which is under construction right now.
So we're in 2019. Templeton's begun. Tell us about the work that's happening here on Templeton.
Templeton, we've done full replacement of the water main, the water service to the houses, the sanitary sewer, part of it, and part of the storm sewer, as well as all the service laterals. And they're just commencing the reconstruction of the road, and eventually we'll have new sidewalks on both sides of the streets. And behind us towards Range, the street will be narrowed somewhat because we're bringing the sidewalks closer to the road and eliminating parking on one side of the road.
And we're adding some trees.
Lots of trees. Every tree that we take down, well, we don't like to take them down, but sometimes we have to, we put 2 back. So there's over 20-25 trees that are going to be added to this project.
And then overall, so what's to expect? We're already close to November.
Okay.
What's to expect here until the end of the year on Templeton?
On Templeton, they're starting with the road reconstruction where they replace all the granulars, such as we have behind you. And then they have to do the concrete work, which is the curbs and the sidewalk and the little islands there at the intersections. And then they'll pave the street with the base asphalt. And that'll be it. The landscaping restoration will be minimal. And that'll be taken care of next year because of the lateness of the year. We won't be getting to all the landscaping.
Parts of Templeton will be completed this year, and then when does Russell, Mann, and Range begin? They
begin in the spring, as soon as probably mid-May, as soon as the frost is out of the ground, and they will be reconstructed throughout next summer. They'll be completed before December 2020, and then they have the final lift of asphalt won't be till 2021. But Templeton will get their asphalt next year. So Templeton will be totally complete next year, and the other streets will be
over a 2-year period.
Over a 2-year period. So by the end of next year, it's pretty well complete.
Just to give broader context, when does the city come in and decide which streets to do? How does that all work?
Well, it's an ongoing sort of a needs assessment. You look at the age of the infrastructure, the sewer, the water, the roads. They determine, they also look at break records, how much water main breaks are occurring or sewer collapses, and then they go through a detailed review and they come up with who's got the worst street and they win and get their work.
So specifically the 4 streets in Sandy Hill here, what sort of pipe age did we have?
Well, the water mains are close to 100 years old, the same age for the sewers, and so the water main, especially on Range, has insufficient cover, meaning it's only got 4 feet of cover over it, so it's just
not deep enough.
Not deep enough, so it'll freeze very easily, and so there's been breaks, so that's a problem. So that's why these things are being changed.
So great update from Fraser, project manager here for residential streets in Sandy Hill. Lots of work left, not only ahead of this winter, but next year on Range Road, Mann, and Russell. It's just an important time for the city as well to look at its infrastructure. We remove lead pipes. As you know, there is residential connections that remain in lead, and we inform residents of that. There's a program, you can get all the information at the bottom of the screen to test your water and to take advantage of these opportunities as we redo residential streets to remove your lead pipes. This is the right time. The national standards have changed. The city water does not have lead, but maybe your pipes leading into your home do, so it's important to be properly informed.